Hello and happy new year. I know it is way too late for me to be making this video, but if Marcus Aurelius can procrastinate, then so can I. Cause imagine if I was uploading this in the middle of June 2024. Now that would be embarrassing, right? I don't even know what I'm talking about. Anyways, I just want to say that there are quite a few anime that I have not seen this year, especially since I don't really watch Anime Weekly anymore. And it's also my subjective list, so don't go bashing on me like,
oh, why haven't you put this in here? Oh, why is this so high up? Clearly you're not cultured. And you call yourself an otaku? You are not worthy of being an anime watcher.
With that out of the way, you're here for some rankings, so let's go. On number 10! That's 5. On number 10 of my oh my god. On number 10! On number 10! For my favorite anime of 2024, I have Look Back. I find it hard to compare movies to long series anime, but Look Back definitely deserves to be on this list. You know, I just wanted a quick anime to watch before going to bed, and I was thinking well, isn't this the perfect opportunity to watch this highly acclaimed anime that released this year, Look Back, and well, it was good. I don't know what to say, look at the art style, look at the animation, it's absolute peak. Look Back is a one-shot by the author of Chainsaw Man, Tatsuki Fujimoto, and it feels like a pretty personal story, to be honest. There are a lot of emotions and experiences put into the original work, I can tell that much. It tells you about the life of an artist, what's like becoming an artist and growing up as an artist, you know. And at first I didn't really understand why it was called Look Back, even though it is blatantly obvious. It's a story about thinking about your past experiences and asking yourself this simple question: what if I had done things differently? What could I have done to trigger a different outcome? But then again, you have to move forward. These are all important memories. You've got to treasure them. You can't change the past, so just keep living your life and learn from what you've experienced. Something like that, I don't know. Alright, picture this. You're having a really rough day, you got fired from your job for going to NTR hentai, your wife and kids left you because you're one of those guys who after finishing Welcome to NHK are
oh well, I wish I had a Misaki-chan in my life.
Did you miss the entire point of the show? Damn. But you probably wouldn't even have wife and kids if you were like that, so I don't know. You get the point. Your whole day is ruined, I dare even say your entire life. Who's the first person you would talk to, if there even was anyone who will be willing to talk to you after that? Who's the first person that comes to mind when you want to vent out all of your problems? Of course, it is your local bartender. Nothing better to ease your mind than a little alcoholism. Bartender Glass of God is a remake of the original Bartender anime, which released in 2006. I've now watched the original one, and from what I've heard, it's got a pretty different focus, so yeah. I might watch it sometime, but for now I'm good. For me, Bartender Glass of God is just a really, it's a comfort show. I was very intrigued when I first heard about this anime, because an anime about bartending sounds really cool, and it is. This anime shows the personal problems of a lot of characters, all through the art of bartending. Many guests come into this guy's bar and tell him about their problems, and he carefully listens and makes them a drink personally modified to their guests' problems, to how they're feeling, what kind of person they are, and also gives them some advice to their situation. But supposed to look like the cocktail itself is the answer to their problems. Because he and many other bartenders want to make the so-called Glass of God, which is a drink that is perfectly designed to the guest characters and helps them without a word being needed to be said. A drink that could save a person's life even. Obviously that's not very realistic, but you know, when you watch it you understand. Also, no bartender is perfect. To make a good cocktail, they first have to overcome their own personal problems. And when they have done that, you can see the result in their way of making cocktails. It might sound a little weird from how I described this anime, but it's just a really cozy experience watching this anime. It feels like being welcomed home after a long day, like you're actually in this bar. But the atmosphere is pretty much set perfectly, from the animation to the OST to just how the characters interact with each other. Also look at how much style he has while making these cocktails. Like, he could sell for me any day. I wouldn't call it one of my favorites of all time, but it's an experience that will stick with me. You really gotta see it for yourself. If you like it, it's really nice. On number 8 of my list, I have Violate. You know these Rise of Kingdoms ads where the amount of power you have decides the social status you have in life? This anime is basically that, but with the amount of subscribers you have on YouTube. My boy Haben over there, he wouldn't have the glow up that he did if it wasn't for YouTube. Basically, Haben got bullied in school and forced by his classmates to appear in their streams and basically just humiliate himself. Yeah, you know, it's adapted by manhwa. I think that's what it's called. And you know how bullying is in Korea. It's crazy. I mean, I wouldn't know, but I've heard, so, right. Then one day he accidentally goes viral together with this other guy, and they find out that you can make a lot of views fighting. So Haben starts his training arc. He trains every day at home, learns some moves from this mysterious chicken guy on YouTube, and beats his bully's ass and exposes them. Then he just keeps fighting, keeps getting stronger, but it is not all that easy. I mean, if it was, that would be cool. Easy money. However, it's not. One thing I really like about this anime, that his progress is really realistic. Things don't always go smooth. There are always a lot of hindrances in his way to the top. Like, he fails a lot. Also, I really appreciate the detail to the martial arts stuff. It's not like some random power scaling stuff or from 0 to hero kind of shit. Nah, Haben is the real deal. Like, it's really very realistic. It's awesome. It's a very fun show. Like, I was soaked every week waiting for a new episode. Like, and that's it. There was like a lot of recap, and it just felt really short. But that's the price you have to pay when you watch weekly. It's like really trashy, but it's also like really good. I don't know. It's you gotta watch it. Really fun show. Most likely not getting season 2 though. Also, main girl lame ass though. Like, the main interest of Haben, like, this ain't no fucking K-drama. I'm just joking, by the way. But yeah, I don't know. Number 7, Dandadan. It's probably no surprise that this anime is on this list. Like, it's probably the most popular anime of 2024. Like, when you think about 2024 anime, the number 1 anime that people are gonna think about is Dandadan. And it's very well deserved, to be honest. I don't think that you could really ask for a better adaptation. Like, it can always be better, but what I mean is, there isn't really much to complain about when it comes to adaptations. They did Dandadan justice, I'd say. Most people who do hate on it are just hating on it for the sake of hating on it, because it's popular. And when that is the case, you can usually rest assured that it was indeed a hit. Dandadan is just really well animated, the character dynamics are great, the fights are really creatively created, and it has a banger opening, as it is usual with Creepy Nuts. It's just a really fun show. You don't really have to think much, and right in the middle of it, it just catches you off guard with that really deep episode. Like, that's kind of crazy. Like, nobody saw it coming, right? Except for manga readers, of course. Just a really well made anime. That's all I'm gonna say. Number 6 is Girls Band Cry. To be honest, I'm not really a girls band anime fan or idol show fan. And I've only really watched it because a friend recommended it to me. But the show is actually good. You might be off-put by the anime since it's CGI, but it's not CGI to save costs. The CGI actually looks pretty good in here, and probably looks better than it would if it was 2D. The characters are extremely expressive, and the 3D animation is just really well animated, so you can't really use the CGI as a complaint here. Not only that, but the members of the band Togi Togi actually voice the characters themselves, which is crazy. Props to them. The struggles of becoming successful in the music industry are pretty well portrayed here, and I don't really know anything about that, but you can tell. And you can easily sympathize with the characters' struggles and motivations. The characters are really lively and got a lot of personality, and they're all just really unique and different from each other, so it feels very real in a sense. Alright, hear me out on this one. It's not like that. I'm not like that. You know, when I first clicked on the episode, I didn't really think anything of it. I was expecting it to be one of those yearly Gunu clickbait anime, like, I can't really think of anything right now. My Life as Inukai-san's Dog. Why is that the only one I can think of? And you know, I was thinking like, sounds fun, let's watch it. In the first 5 seconds of watching the anime, I was very confused. I was like, wait, why does this actually look good? This isn't the Guna trash that I was promised. It immediately set the vibe of the anime, and after the first episode I was like, fuck, I'm actually going to watch this anime. It was really good. I wasn't expecting that at all. It is very slice of life at times, and it's very slow paced, but that's a good thing here. It wasn't boring. It was a pretty good break from all the other stuff that I've been watching at the time, so I really enjoyed it. The characters' thoughts and actions were surprisingly realistic and mature. Like, I wasn't expecting that at all. I was expecting them to be like the most unrealistic characters of the season, but it was very much the opposite. Sure, the dialogue feels kind of novel-like at times, but mostly the dialogue was pretty realistic, and they said a lot of subtle things without saying too much, but still getting the point across. This is another one of this anime where it's very heavily about the overall atmosphere of the show, and they really set it up perfectly. Also, I don't think that it was too high of a budget show, but it was very visually appealing, to be honest. However, what definitely is a high budget show and visually appealing is Maki Too Many Losing Errands. That was super lame. You know, basically every romance anime is about how the main characters grow closer to each other and gradually become a couple. But what if instead of falling in love, it showed the girls getting friend-zoned and rejected? Yeah, that is basically the premise of Maki Too Many Losing Errands. And in the middle of all of that is our protagonist Nukumizu, who doesn't really have any experience with love, but gets caught up in the middle of all of that. They honestly went all out with the animation. Like, it couldn't be like even the most subtle things were like animated really smoothly. Like, there were a lot of details and all of that. It's like they really showed off here. Like, I don't think that it could be animated any better. Like, it's actually crazy, you know? Not only the animation, but the colors and the shading just looks really good. It's just really a feast for the eyes. The summary is also really good, and the opening is pretty catchy, to be honest. It's an extremely high quality anime, and really shows what animators can do when they are given the time and freedom to show their love for the work. Machina, as well as any other show on here, is just a really fun show. It always teases some common romance tropes, but it never really goes that way. So it's very much doing its own thing and differentiates from most other romance anime, while still having the romance aspect in the focus. It's just a really nice concept, and the characters are all really awesome, especially Anna. The characters also have really great voice acting in my opinion. On my first watch I already really liked this anime, but I only really appreciated after I rewatched it. Because when I first watched it I was kind of mad that everyone was talking about this show, but nobody was talking about Dates with My Stepsister, because that kind of released at the same time, and I kind of wanted that show to be more popular, but they're both really great shows, and Machina, it's good. For number 3 on my list, I have The Fable. This is actually my favorite anime of the year before my number 1 anime that I have on this list right now. So a lot of people didn't really care about this anime, but give me one single opportunity to convince you to watch this anime. The ending theme. It's honestly such a banger. I don't even know if I can show it, but if I can't, just know it's good. It's honestly my favorite ending theme of 2024. If that didn't convince you, I still have an ace up my sleeve. The opening! I don't know if I can show you that either. If I can't, I would probably cut it out, but it's also really good. Like, both the ending and the opening are contesters for openings and endings of 2024. The opening theme and the second ending is by Ali, the guy who made here Wild Side, the ending of Jujutsu Kaisen season 1? I don't remember. Alright, sorry, I didn't even mention what the anime even is about. It's basically about an assassin who's supposed to live as a different person in another town with a different identity. Like, no assassin stuff, just live a normal life. However, as you could guess, he does end up getting involved into a lot of assassin work, but he still keeps his facet up. I really like this anime because it's really refreshing to me. It's not like really all that anime-ish, which is not exactly a bad thing. Otherwise, I wouldn't really watch anime. But once in a while, it's like really nice, you know. I would honestly enjoy this just as much if it was live action, which you can't really say about a lot of anime. Alright, I don't want to sound pretentious, but it's also like pretty mature to describe it better. But by mature, I don't mean like deadpan serious, since there is a lot of stupid humor, which I like. I also really like how the Yakuza is portrayed here. It's a lot more realistic and shows a lot of the ugly sides of the Yakuza, without embarrassingly trying to make like badass niche characters, which mostly ends up failing. It's very action filled and really captivates you. It did get a bit weaker as the anime continues, but still is one of my favorites of the year, so yeah, that's that. Number 2 on my list is Dungeon Meshi, or Delicious in Dungeon. I know I've said this a lot on this list, but this is another one of those anime that is really refreshing to me. I have watched a lot of anime last year that did not release that year, and they were mostly dramas and mysteries, which like had me on the edge of my seat like all of the time, and required a lot of thinking and gave me these adrenaline rushes. You know what I mean. But when you have all of that all of the time, sometimes you just need to relax. Sometimes you just want to be laid back and enjoy something chill. when I first heard the name Dungeon Meshi, I didn't really care about the anime, so I didn't watch it. Because anime with dungeon in the name usually are a red flag. Like, you can compare it to like isekai. When you hear about a new isekai anime, you're probably gonna think, well, it's probably shit, I'm not gonna watch it. So it's kind of the same thing. But at the end of the year, I was pretty curious as to why this anime was so popular, and yeah, I just wanted to chill, so I watched it. And I didn't regret it. Every episode had a very rich feeling. I don't really know how to explain it. It's not really like a cinematic, but it's I would describe it to something similar like that. Like, the feeling is at least for me, it's not just a good story. I could like fully immerse myself into this experience, and I don't know exactly what it is, but it was just a really nice experience. Like, everything flowed together so well together that I can't really even pinpoint what exactly is so good about it. Like, it's just everything was just really great. Like, there were a lot of little subtle qualities that all complemented each other so well that it was just really nice to watch. Another thing that I really liked about this anime was that I could watch it whenever I want to. I've been watching a lot of anime where it's also there's so much happening, so I have to remember it and like binge watch it, because otherwise I wouldn't know what is going on, you know. But with this anime, I don't really have to remember much, so it's very nice. I can turn it whenever I want, but later on I binge it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. The characters also like really enjoyable to watch. Like, it was the perfect main cast for this anime specifically for me. None of the characters were like really too complex or anything, but I think that works really well here. It's like the simplicity of these characters, like, it just enhances their personality in a way. It's like, it's really nice. I don't know. I don't even know if what I'm saying makes a lot of sense right now, but it is what it is. All I'm saying is the characters are really great for the show. Like, I wouldn't want to have any other characters for the show, like any other main cast. Like, and none of the characters are really one of my favorites of all time. But for this show specifically, I wouldn't want it any other way, to be honest. Especially Laios. He's like a really great protagonist, to be honest. He's not the smartest, he's not overly dumb, his character isn't too deep. Like, we don't always need that kind of stuff. He brings a lot of fun into the show with like his obsession with monsters and well, just the overall optimistic vibe that he gives. It's awesome. Also, just watching them cook and interact with each other in this almost slice of life way is very nice. It kind of reminded me of Food Wars, though Food Wars was a lot more edgy and almost like a sports anime, you say it like that. It was like Battlefield, kind of, and very edgy. I already said that, but it's very edgy. It's a very different form of cooking than Delicious and Dungeon, but still gave me that vibe. Not that vibe, but cooking. I like. We need more cooking anime, to be honest. Like, that shit is great. Like, in Food Wars, it's kind of like, it's like they got some weird power scaling with some hidden cooking technique, like some Demon Slayer breathing technique, you know. It's like
fourth cooking breathing technique. Slicing meat while I beat my meat.
kind of shit. Like, we actually need more cooking anime, and I'm not just talking about Studio Trigger cooking with their animation. Am I right? Overall, great anime. It's very chill. There are some fighting scenes, you know. There's some serious moments, but it never really goes into that direction completely. Like, it knows what it is. It never goes over its bounds, but it still has an interesting plot. But in the end, the focus is on the cooking, and I really like that. It's really great. It's always pretty lighthearted, so awesome anime. Alright, before we get into my top 1 anime of 2024, here are some honorable mentions. Like I've already mentioned in the beginning though, there are a lot of 2024 anime that I still have not watched. That's why I'm going to mention some anime, like a lot of anime that I still have not watched, but plan to watch. Like, I know that's pretty stupid to do for a honorable mention thing, but I know that I'm gonna like it, so at least I think so. I mean, especially for sequels, I already know that I'm going to enjoy them. So, yeah, I'm gonna put them on here. So first of all, we have solo leveling. Solo leveling was a lot of fun. I'm not denying that not every story always needs to be so complex and everything. Sometimes you just want to enjoy a show that's like,
Oh shit, he's beat him up. Oh damn, he's leveling up and he's even stronger.
or like, you know,
Oh, this shit is so hype.
I did enjoy it a lot. It was fun. But it was either going to be this or viral hit, and I just like viral hit a lot more, so viral hit it is. Oshinoko Season 2! I mean, I know Season 1 was great. And I know Season 2 is great too. I've not watched it, but I'm going to watch it. Oshinoko Season 2. Yatagarasu, the raven does not choose its master. Why did it say it like that? I actually plan to watch this anime after the Apothecary Diaries, since, you know, it's based on the Chinese Empire, and well, after I finished the Apothecary Diaries, I kind of saw that, oh, this anime exists, but it wasn't fully out yet, so I didn't watch it, because I don't watch, at that time I still watched anime weekly, but yeah, I heard it's a good show. Gonna watch it, that's all. A Trend to the End of the World. I don't know if it's good or not, but might as well mention it. Blue Box. I watched the first episode. I liked it. I'm going to continue it at some point. As you know, I don't watch anime weekly anymore. Yeah. Orb. I have heard many good things about this anime. I've not watched it, as it is the same for pretty much every honorable mention here, except for solo leveling. And I don't know, yeah. Blue Lock. This isn't really an honorable mention. It's more like an dishonorable mention, because that shit was, nah, get it off my face. Terrible. A Sign of Affection. I'm not really a romance guy, but I'm gonna watch it. It's not like I can't enjoy romance either, so yeah, I'm gonna watch it. Yeah. Spice and Wolf, the remake. Yeah, I wanna watch the original first. That's why. The new Monogatari series season. I've only recently watched Bakemonogatari, so gonna take some time. Mushoku Tensei. I've only watched up to season 1 part 2, and I've heard some not so good things about this season, like pretty specific details. I think you can imagine what kind of details those are, but you know, it's Mushoku Tensei. I'm gonna watch it. I actually wanted to mention a couple more anime, but I mean, I haven't watched any of them, so yeah, I'm just gonna stop. Like, what's the point? My number one anime of 2024 is Gushing Over Magical Girls. Gushing Over Magical Girls is I'm playing. Let me stop. It is that demon's destruction.
1、2、3炭酸が抜けてるそうだみたい甘ったるくてもう飽きた手応えデストラクション理解者は被験者にはざる君を守りさらわ
I find it really hard to come up with something to say about this anime in particular, even though it should be like the easiest one, since it's my favorite of all time, but not of all time, but of this year. And yeah, I don't know, it's let me think. Well, first of all, you should go into this experience 100% blind, as it is with most anime. Like, that's the most enjoyable way to watch it. But the mystery aspect really adds a lot to the anime, so you know, that's why I would recommend you to go blind. But I can tell you some things. That Demon's Destruction is by the same author as Oyasumi Punpun, which is probably one of the most popular manga of all time. And he's also pretty well known, like even to me, even though I don't really read manga. I'm like an anime only, to be honest. It's just really surprising to see that it went so unnoticed in West, even though he is so popular. It's basically about an alien invasion, but I find the role that these aliens play very unique and captivating. I mean, in the alien genre as a whole, in all media, it might be not the first of its kind, but in terms of story writing, it differs a lot from other shows like it that I've seen before. Well, I haven't really seen any anime like that before, so it's kind of like, That's why it's so special to me. It has a lot of stuff for life. There is the mystery is a big part. There's a lot of violence, but it's a lot more for the psychological effect of it. So there aren't really any crazy fights or anything. It just mixes a lot of different genres and themes that don't really have a lot in common, but it's put off so effortlessly well, as if it was just natural and there would be no other way for it to work, which it doesn't. But it's crazy, you know? It also shows the consequences and reactions to this invasion in very different perspectives. This huge motherboard appears over Tokyo and nothing really happens, but at the same time, there's so much happening at the same time as well. It shows the decisions and solutions of the government and military, which, spoiler alert, is just them trying to blow everything up. Like also trying to cover everything up. Like hiding the existence of these aliens in the first place and their true nature, which just makes everything even worse in the end. Totally unbelievable, right? Something like that would never happen in real world, right? There's a lot of propaganda going around, a lot of people panicking, activist groups defending the aliens, fighting for their freedom, and groups trying to take matters into their own hands and trying to kill all of these aliens themselves with this really perverted mindset and just basically seeing them as demons, essentially. It's just a lot of chaos. There's like so much happening at the same time, and in the middle of all of that is the main focus of the show. These two high school girls continuing to live their high school life with their friends, and then basically just continuing their life because that's what they grew up with now, and they can't possibly understand at all. So it's just kind of crazy. Like usually just watching two high school girls living their normal life, just very slice of life, doesn't really fit into an anime with a theme like this, you know? But it is exactly what makes this anime so great in the first place. While it is a pretty crazy show and there's so much happening at once, it still is a pretty character-driven show, and by that I mean Karade and Antan specifically. Like they're the main focus of the show. You know, I really love Antan. Like she's another really big reason why I love this anime so much. She's honestly one of my new favorite characters of all time. She's honestly just a really vibe character. Like I really like her. She's just really, she does not care. She does, but it's very, yeah. I know I didn't really say anything, did I? Her brother as well. I didn't really expect to like him, but I do a lot. He's like pretty much just your average Reddit mod, but he's a really nice guy. Like he's awesome. Karade, I don't know. I mean, she's alright. Without her, the show wouldn't exist. I mean, I don't hate her. Like she's alright, as I said. But compared to Antan, hell no. Antan is the GOAT, hands down. Well, that's besides the point anyway. The whole anime is basically about the friendship of Antan and Karade and their growth as characters. Especially Antan. Shout out to Antan. I'ma stop. And I know I already mentioned it too, but this anime pretty much covers everything that is influenced or caused by the appearance of these aliens. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, anything you could think of, it's there. And you know me, actually you don't, but my favorite anime of all time is Durarara, so I really like anime where you see the story from a lot of different perspectives from different people. I really like that. Also, I really like the aliens themselves. Like some scenes, damn, you really gotta see it for yourself. At first I was a bit skeptical, like it looked cool, but I was kind of like,
Oh, an alien anime? Well, it can't be worse than Darling in the Franxx, can it be now, huh?
but damn, I would really like to just show you some clips of what I'm talking about, but I still remember like so vividly. It was actually crazy. Like how could it make me feel what I felt when I saw that, you know? Like all of these moments were just really depressing, but also really awesome. Like I probably sound really stupid right now, and I don't really want to set your expectations too high. I'm not saying that it's like the greatest anime of all time or anything. I'm just saying I really liked it. I think you should watch it. And if you do decide to watch it, you should watch episode 0 after episode 16. You just gotta trust me on that one. Some people like to differ, but I'm right. But watching episode 0 after episode 16 is the chronological order. And I also think it makes more sense, to be honest. Like, it's pretty much at the end, so it spoils a lot. So I just watch it in a chronological order. That is episode 0 after episode 16. I actually think I'm going to rewatch That Demon's Day Destruction for my That Demon's Day Destruction video. And since, as you may have noticed, my thoughts were just kind of all over the place, and I just really want to give it the publicity that it deserves. I already kind of made a video for it, but I think I'm just going to redo it. So yeah, that was pretty much it for my top 10 2024 anime list. I don't really know how long this video is going to be, but it is a lot longer than I expected it to be. I thought I wouldn't really have anything to say, so I was wondering how all these big YouTubers always have so much to say about you know, their top 10 anime of the year, you know? Like that kind of seemed kind of hard to me. Like how can I come up with so much to say about an anime? Like that's I can't really do that. And as you may have noticed, this video isn't really all that good, but yeah, I'm gonna work with it. Should be fine, right? If you disagreed with anything, that's fine. If you disagreed with anything so much that Steam came out a few years, honestly relatable. I think it's kind of part of the fun of watching these kind of videos, like seeing what other people think about certain anime and their opinions and their reasons behind those opinions, and even disagreeing with it or even agreeing with it is it's usually fun, to be honest, you know? That's why I'm kind of doing this. I mean, that is what entertainment is, right? This video excluded. If everyone always had the same opinions and always the same favorites, that would be kind of lame, you know? So even if you completely disagree with someone's opinion, it's still nice to even hear what they have to say, you know? Except when your favorite anime of the year was like, I don't know, Ninja Kamui. That is just wrong. No. Anyways, have a good one, and maybe send me your top 10 anime of the year, or I don't know if you even remember what those were. Like 2024 is like forever long ago, but anyways, really fell off before I even started, did I? Yeah. Goodbye. That's it, right? That's it. Oh, Totoro, the video is ending. Do you have any last words? Last words?